Hey, I'm back answering another question. This is from Mitchell or Michelle. I'm not sure how it's pronounced correctly. So, again, feel free to correct me by putting something in the comments saying, hey, this is how I pronounce my name. No problem, okay? So, your question is, as a leader, it's a whole new shift from working as one person to working as a team and letting go enough to allow your team to do their job without getting involved. How do you let go and trust? And in leading a team, how have you dealt with leading with value and appreciation so that those under you do their job but feel valued and appreciated along the way? Great question. Thank you so much for asking. So I've written down a couple of things that I want to share pertaining to this. So as a leader, that's the key thing right there, knowing that you are a leader and that people are watching. But how do you let go and trust? When you have a strong personality like I do, that can be tough, especially if you have a certain way of doing certain things. But if you want to grow, then you have to let go. Okay, so it's a requirement. So to make it easier, there are certain things, certain guidelines that I would have pertaining to people that work with me, work for me, work on a team, etc. Okay, so let me give you a couple of those pointers, and if this isn't clear, just let me know. Okay, first of all, you're able to let go when you train a person properly. Okay. And when you train a person properly, you have to trust your process. Trust that you have trained them properly. Okay. By making sure that the guidelines are very clear. Okay. And then you allow shadowing. Okay. Now, if you're going very rapidly, you may not have a lot of time to train everybody like this, but this is ideal because you can make sure that, hey, what I want from this person is very clear, and I'm showing them how it's done, or you have someone on your staff that shows them that how it's done, and you release them. Okay. Now that can be tough, especially, when they're new and it's like they're not going to get it right at first, but you have to say, do I want it perfect or do I want to be productive? Okay. That is the key. So that's the decision that you have to make from that standpoint. And then just trusting them. You trust them by trusting yourself. You're very honest with them saying, hey, I'm trusting you to do these things the way I'm asking. Okay. Now I have SOPs, standards of procedure, or, operating procedures. We call them SOPs, right? How you're operating your company. Make sure that those are very clear. Make sure that they're written down so that check, we do this first, we do this next. This is what I want on the spreadsheet. I mean, whatever, however detailed you are, that's how you want to train. Okay. I can't get upset with someone if I didn't show them how. Okay. Now, if I've shown you how and you insist on doing it your way, then that's a whole nother conversation. Okay. But you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. If you hired them, let them do their job. Okay. That would be the first thing. Okay. I mentioned shadowing. Shadowing meaning let them see how you work. Okay. Or if there's another person in that position, let them shadow them. Let them watch. Let them observe. Okay. And then I love feedback. Hey, I'm really pleased with this, but I would like some improvement in this area. I call that sandwiching. Okay. You'll take two slices of praise, and in the middle, you'll say, this is where I need to critique you a little bit further or be a little harsher. Okay. But if you can always start off with praise, tell them the areas that they need to improve in, and then end it with praise, I think a person can take that a whole lot easier. Okay. Hope that helps. And then I would say you need to trust your intuition. When you start to feel like, that this isn't working or this person is not a team player, trust that because it's probably right. Okay. It is probably right. I believe in hiring slowly and firing quickly because they can ruin an organization. They can ruin morale. They can ruin a company. Okay. So pay attention to how you are feeling and keep communication open. I'm not sure the style of leader that you are, where you have an open door policy, or if you like to have, quarterly meetings, weekly meetings, etc. Just make everything very clear, and then pay attention to the signs. If I have a person that rubs me the wrong way, it's my company. I'm not going to be uncomfortable at work for somebody else. That's just how I roll. But you decide, okay, as far as that, okay? And then two other things that I want to mention before we close out this video. Number one, recognition is huge. I've heard a quote that says, men die for it, babies cry for it. When you understand how powerful recognition is, it can be a game changer in your company because people want to be recognized for a job well done. They want to be appreciated and they want to be seen. See me. Make sure you are an employer or a leader that sees people and you recognize them. okay? And you reward them, appropriately, okay? You don't want to have the reward so high that the next thing is like, where do I go from here? So do it incrementally, but also just make sure they're seen. I remember years ago when I think about it, it's like, wow, she was brilliant. I worked in an organization dealing with skincare, and we received like little pendants for our sales. Little pendants. When I think about it, they cost hardly anything. But the way she made it, like if you get this, this means that you are elite. This means that you are a leader. This means that you are amazing. And when we received those little bumblebees, man, the recognition, it was poured on us. It was showered on us. We were made to feel seen. Make your workers, your employees, whatever you call them, your team members, make them feel seen, okay? And then the last thing is this, the law of the lid. The law of the lid. I learned this from John C. Maxwell years and years ago. The law of the lid is basically that everybody has a particular lid pertaining to their personal growth, their intelligence, etc. Okay? And once they're there, you can't make a 7 a 10. Okay. And a lot of times, and I've done it over the years, wasting my time trying to make a 7 a 10 or make a 5 a 7. See people for who they are. And if that's good enough, then let it be good enough. If it's not, you got to let them go. If you need a 10 in a position, but you're settling for a 7, you're hurting yourself and you're hurting them. Okay. Now, a person can go from a 7 to a 10, but that's personal growth. That's something that you can include in your company that, hey, we have quarterly retreats so that you can have them, help them to grow. You have a book of the month, those types of things so that you can make sure that you guys are thinking the same way. But never forget the law of the lid. You can't change someone that doesn't want to be changed. And, I experienced this. I had hired 2 people. My husband's friend's wife. That's who she was. And I really wanted to help her. I hate when I see a woman being taken advantage of by a man, like she's got to depend on for money. So I hired her. But she was not who I needed. She was a 5 and I needed at least a 7. My gosh. And I kept working with her and kept working with her. And she was, causing me to lose business because she was not who I needed. So there are ways to help people, but sometimes it's not within your company. Okay. So I hope I wasn't rambling. I've been all over the place today and I wanted to make sure I made this video for you. Let me know if this helps. I'll be doing some other things pertaining to personal development. John C. Maxwell is a great leadership author, speaker, all of that. So you may want to get some of his materials. My book, Push Points with Tracy Davis, fantastic personal development, 14 keys, all kinds of things. I'll share some links below. But I hope this helps. You are a great leader. Congratulations on all of your success. Let go. Once you've trained your team, let them go. Okay, let them run with it. Let them try, and then bring them in and say, "Hey, I'm pleased with this. We need to improve on this, but I'm still, I appreciate you. Okay, I recognize you. I see you. I thank you for your contributions to the team, and I think you'll continue to grow." Okay, take care. And thanks again for asking the question.